What's up? What's up? What's up? This is craziness. Oh shit. Yo. All right. Does anyone have any questions for me? Let's get this started. You are a legend. That's not a question, but I'll accept it. I'll accept the compliment. Here, let me. I haven't done this in like a couple days. I'm rusty. Awesome. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Someone hit me with a question. I appreciate all the compliments, but let's get some questions in here. Where's my OBS? Okay, cool. We got this here. Anyway, best place to find indigenous Brazilian women. You're gonna want to go to Manaus, man. Manaus is where you want to find indigenous Brazilian women. Manaus is kind of like the biggest city in. Yeah, I gotta change the setup. It looks like I'm like. This looks like this is like I look like a little bitch right now. I look like I'm like hitting on like a girl in like high school and like I'm like a 37-year-old professor or some shit. You know what I mean? All right, let's do this. Okay. Have I ever been to Jakarta? I've never been to Jakarta. I've been to Bali. Wait, I'm thinking about the right thing, right? Jakarta. Yeah. So I've been to Bali. You're gonna get a lot of success in Jakarta. Jakarta is so 1,500 bubble likes in a few weeks as tall average white male. That's 100% in line. Indigenous Indonesian women absolutely love Americans. And by the way, I think indigenous. I mean, by that I mean like Indonesian women, right? I think Indonesian women actually are a lot like Latinas. I mean, the big difference is obviously they're Muslim, but besides that, like in terms of general overall characteristics, both physically, but also like the personality. I think Indonesians are kind of all the Asians, Indonesians are kind of the most Latina of all the Asians, right? I would say even more than Filipinas. I'm gonna write that down. Indonesians are the real. Yo, so I've been like struggling this weekend coming up with ideas for videos. So I'm gonna be taking some notes down. If people ask me some good questions, I'm gonna be taking down your notes and I'm gonna be making a video about it. Why do you hate Brazilian pizza so much? Did you get it from a padaria? No, I didn't get Brazilian pizza from a padaria, bro. I so I've had people come at me with about this. People have been like, "Oh, dude goes to one pizza place in one city and like claims that a whole race of people can't make pizza." First of all, Brazilian people aren't a race. That's racist of you. I mean, a lot of videos about this. Brazilian people aren't a race. Okay. Second of all, um, no, I didn't get it from a padaria, bro. I've gotten pizza in Brazil in every single form possible. I've gotten pizza. I've gotten pizza at padarias. I've gotten pizza at sit-down restaurants. I've gotten pizza at casual restaurants. I've gotten pizza at actual Brazilian pizzerias. I've gotten Brazil. I've gotten Brazilian pizza everywhere. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in Foz do Iguaçu. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in Brasilia. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in Rio de Janeiro. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in Sao Paulo. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in Vila Bela. I've gotten Brazilian pizza in other cities in Brazil as well. I don't know how to tell this to you. Your pizza sucks. Like that's just how it is, man. Or who faithful though? I haven't really slept with like, you know, Like I don't think I've ever slept with an indigenous person from America. You are okay, bro? Bro, come on, bro. Anyway, how is how is Tokyo for a black man, dude? You're fine. People like I get these questions a lot where black people are like, because apparently Tokyo is super racist against black people, and it's like when people say Tokyo is racist against black people, like really what they mean is that they're just like not okay with a lot of the shenanigans that black people, you know, get up to in other countries, and like you know what those shenanigans are. It's not like you're getting discriminated against. It's just they're just like, hey, can you please like be respectful, in public places. You know what I mean? Like, um, I came back from Rio last week. Do not pay Bumble or Tinder before the trip. It doesn't work in Rio. Yeah, in general, I mean, I've been hammering this point home. By the way, Big Jerome, thanks for the hearts and the roses. Like Rio de Janeiro is not actually a good passport bro location. I don't know how many times I have to say this to people. Rio de Janeiro is not a passport bro destination. Now there are areas in Rio is not a PPB. Sorry, I'm literally just taking notes. There are areas in the General Rio area that I think are very conducive to passport bros. Like for example, Niterói, Ikarai on the other side of the bay. Barra de Tijuca is pretty good for passport bros too. And the reason for that is because those places aren't inundated with Americans the same way that Rio de Janeiro is. You have to understand, dudes have been coming to Rio de Janeiro to meet girls for literally like 100 years now. It's been 100 years of dudes moving to Rio de Janeiro to meet women. Like you're not anything special for being an American in Rio de Janeiro looking for a girl, right? So you need to understand that. Like the benefit of being a passport bro, and this is the most crucial thing that guys that passport bros need to understand. If I can if I can have you leave with one lesson of being a passport bro is this: the thing that women are attracted to is not your passport. They do not care about it. They do not care that you're an American. It is the fact that you're different. The fact that you're different makes you interesting, and that's what attracts them to you. If you go to Medellin, you're one out of 10,000 Americans, and they're not interested in you because of that. Same thing in Rio de Janeiro. But if you go to a place like Vitoria, now they're interested. Me as a Brazilian, I prefer Brazilian pizza over Japanese pizza. I've actually never had pizza in Japan, so I can't speak to that. But like, my entire point with Brazilian pizza is that it is made for the Brazilian palate. So of course Brazilians love Brazilian pizza. And by the way, I'm happy for Brazilians for liking Brazilian pizza. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you guys have the pizza that you want. I would be much happier if Brazil if I'd be much happier in a situation where I hate Brazilian pizza, but Brazilian people are like, this is the greatest thing of all time, versus a situation where I think Brazilian pizza is amazing, but Brazilian people are not really that happy with it. You know what I mean? Because I can just go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Don't mix, dude. I don't know what that means. Who ate all the pies? Mix with British and don't dilute the game. I don't know what that means. What's the age limit on the boat? Like minimum age or maximum age? Is it true that it's not in your favor to be nonchalant with the teenagers that are actually from Latin America? I mean, you definitely want to be a little bit nonchalant with them, but like, so this is a good question. So, is it true that it's not in your favor to be nonchalant with Latinas that are actually from Latin America? Yes and no. You definitely want to be nonchalant. You definitely want to make Latinas, work for you and like go crazy over you. They definitely want that. That being said, like the amount of games that women in Latin America play and the amount of games that women in Latin America put up with is a much lower bar than the United States. Like in the United States, in order to get a girl like slightly interested in you, you need to like play this like 18-dimensional chess game. That's not what it's like in Latin America. Like they want you to like make them want you a little bit, but they don't want this entire like chess game. You know, a lot of them, especially the good ones, are looking for a man. You know, what I mean, they're not looking for somebody you know who play a bunch of games. Don't mix. I don't know what mix means. Minimum, I don't know, 18 is the minimum age. Yeah, thanks for all the gifts, Big Jerome. I appreciate it. Honestly though, like it's come up to my attention um that a lot of the like on another live we did the math on like what people sent in terms of gifts and how much ends up actually in my pocket, and it's like less than like 15%, or like definitely less than 20%. So I feel bad having people send gifts. I appreciate it, but I kind of want to ask people to stop because it's literally just going to TikTok's pocket and not to mine. I make money off of the Cartagena group trip and the private consults link in bio. That's how I make money. How important is speaking the language? You like what I tell people. So in Asia, it doesn't matter at all. In Asia, I have a buddy who's been living in Asia for 15 years. He's marrying a Thai girl. Like this guy knows Asia. This guy's like my Asian Yoda. I call him. He doesn't. He does. I mean, he speaks a little bit of Vietnamese. Speaks a little bit of Thai, right? Um, but like he doesn't speak the language in any real sense. So in Asia, it doesn't matter at all. In Latin America, what I'd say is it doesn't matter when you want to go to Latin America and you want to visit. But like, I highly recommend like eventually, like if you want to like actually like settle down in Latin America, if you want to date like a girl, then yeah, you definitely need to speak the language. That's 100% a necessity. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Tell me where I go for good. I mean, so if you want to go to Chile, you can go to. I mean, obviously there's Santiago, right? But you can also go to Antofagasta. You can go to Punta Arenas. You can go to, um, you know, what's that called? Puerto Montt. I don't have any like real hidden knowledge on Chile that other people don't, to be honest. What did you say about speaking the language? I said, um, so if you want to live in Asia, you don't have to speak the language at all. If you want to live in Latin America, you have to speak the language. If you want to just visit, then like you don't actually have to like really speak the language that much. What's a good place to meet Caucasian girls as a Latino, dude? This is literally the opposite of the question that I can answer. Like that is the opposite of what this channel is about. This channel is about meeting Latinas as a white man, not meeting white girls as a Latino. Can't help you. Dan, go to Poland. Um, Bro, it costs so much to travel from Australia. Yeah, dude. I mean, Australia just sucks, man. You should just not live in Australia anymore. But more seriously, what I'd recommend is that like if you're in Australia, just go to Southeast Asia, man. Like Oh shit. Oh, can everyone hear me? Can you all hear me? I just realized I have headphones on. Anyway, where do you think is the best place for a 24-year-old man to visit alone? Like people think I'm just doing this to promote the trip, but to be honest, like the answer to your question of like if it's your first solo trip to South America, what you should do is you should go on the Cartagena group trip. Like I don't understand this. There are people who have literally never like I was talking to somebody about this today. There are people who have literally never left the country before. There are people who don't have a passport. and are like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go leave the country, become a digital nomad, and spend the rest of my life living abroad and traveling around the world. And it's like, well, have you left the country before? Do you know how to speak Spanish? Do you know how to get around in a foreign country? Like, do you know what apps there are in foreign countries? Do you know what scams there are in foreign countries? Do you know how to check out people who are trying to scam you? Do you know how to recognize what places are safe, what places are dangerous? Like, these are all very important questions, and people treat traveling to South America like you're going to Disneyland, right? Because so many people on social media talk about it as if it's Disneyland, but it's really not Disneyland. It's not Westworld. Like, in Westworld is a place where you can go and like shoot the robots and they can't do anything to you. In South America, they shoot you. You know what I mean? And you need like, before you take a huge solo trip abroad, you need to dip your toe in the water. You need to like have some actual travel experience, right? And that's the main reason why we have this Cartagena group package, is to be able to give you that experience in a safe environment. For you to be able to go to a South American country and travel and experience what it's like to travel in a safe environment where you're not going to be in danger, where you're going to have people looking over your shoulder telling you what to do, pointing you in the right direction. Just because, like, I don't know how to describe it, man. Like when you go to another country, there's just a different feel about it, and you need to get used to that. So that's my honest answer, man. I really think, like, I'm not just doing this trip to make money, man. I actually think it's a really good idea for people, who are just starting out traveling. And this is the trip that I would have gone on if I was like 25, 26, right? Go to Santo Domingo, think about branching out to Brazil or Colombia. Medellin versus Rio, which you recommend for 10 days. Rio de Janeiro, don't go to Medellin. I No, it's not. Don't go to Medellin. I honestly, like, I feel like I should stop telling people to stop going to Medellin and just let them go to Medellin, man. Like, no one wants to listen to me with this take. And like, you're the ones who are being hurt by it. So Bangkok is Disneyland. That's how long it'll be there, but 3 weeks from now. Um, yeah, I mean, so like, here's the thing, right? Medellin is inundated with Americans. There are way too many Americans there. People who are in Medellin don't really want more Americans to be visiting there. Like, it's oversaturated. Most people who go to Medellin only end up hanging out with other Americans. It's literally the absolute worst of all worlds. It's the worst possible travel experience. I don't